Yes, we are still on mathematics paper 2, June, May, June 2022. Right, so we are still at this paper, but remember on our previous video, we did look at question 6. Yes, we did look at question 6, question 5, I mean. We did look at question 5, but there was a question that we left there. I realized that there was a question that we left. The question that we left here was this question. Calculate without using calculator the value of cos theta minus 180. So when you're given such, it's very important to add this 180 by 360. So because it's not in a standard form, so what we could do is to say cos theta minus 180, then we add by 360. So we are going to have cos 180 plus theta. So okay, that's what we are going to have. So from here we're having cos 180 plus theta. So from here, how is cos at the second quadrant? It's negative. So we're going to have negative cos theta in this case. Okay, so what we are going to do, remember that cos is adjacent all over hypotenuse. You have your adjacent there as negative 7. So when you put it, it's going to be positive 7 all over your hypotenuse. Your hypotenuse, we did calculate that it was root 65. So in this case, you are going to have 7 all over root 65. Okay? Then let's start with today's work. Today's video, let's see what are we going to have. Yes, in today's video, we are going to work with question 6 without using a calculator. Simplify the expression to a single trigonometric term. So we are given sine 10 divided by cos 444 degrees and plus tan 360 times sine 2 theta. Okay, let's put this into practice. We can see that this was question 6, May, June 2022. We can see that we were given sine 10 divided by cos 440 degrees, okay, plus tan 360 degrees minus theta times sine theta. Sine 2 theta. So for that, it's sine 2 theta. So first thing first, guys, here we have sine 10 degrees. Let's start changing cos 40, cos 440. So when you say 440 minus 360, you are going to have 80. So meaning that when you reduce this will be, since it will be this will be 360 plus 80, which is 440. So how is cos 360 plus 80? It's on the first quadrant, so cos will be positive. So you're going to have cos 80 degrees in this case. Then let's work out tan 360 minus theta. Is it the home for tan? No, it's a home for cos. So meaning it should be minus. So you're going to have minus negative tan theta. So we have a double angle here, sine 2 theta. So you'll change it to sine theta as well as cos theta. Okay. Right. So we can also change sine 10 by saying 90, reducing by 90 minus 10, that will be 80. So it's the same as saying cos sine 90 minus 10. What is that? That will be cos 80. So we are going to have cos 80 divided by cos 80. Positive and negative, we get negative tan theta multiply by sine theta as well as cos theta. So, okay, let's proceed. This and this, we're going to have 1. Yes, we're going to have 1. Then we can change tan. It will be sine. Since the quotient identity, it will be sine all over cos theta. Multiply by 2 sine theta. Multiply by cos theta. We could see that cos and cos will cancel each other. Then we are left with 1. Sine and sine, then it's going to be 1 minus 2 sine squared theta, which is a double angle of cos in this case. So we are going to have cos 2 theta. Yes, so 1 minus sine squared theta is equals to cos 2 theta, right? Okay, let's go to our last questions. So we are given sine 60 degrees plus is 2x plus sine 60 degrees minus 2x. So we are required to calculate the value of k, right? How many marks is that? That was 3 marks. The other one was 6 marks, right? So we have 2 questions. Let's start with the one where we are required to calculate the value of k. First thing, let's copy what this thing requires. Remember, at 6.2.1, we are given that sine 60 degrees plus 2x minus sine 60 degrees minus 2x. Okay, guys, what will happen here is that this thing, it's a compound angle. So we are going to use a compound angle. Well, you know the compound angle formula. It's very important if you don't have knowledge to go and review. So in this case, what are we going to have? We're going to have sine 60. The double angle of this will be sine cos in this case. So it's going to be sine cos 2x. Remember, the sign doesn't change. Plus, now we start with cos 60 degrees. Okay, times sine 2x. We are done with the first part. Let's go to the second part. I prefer to put brackets to show that there are 2. So the other part, okay. Let me see that. Did I copy well here? Oh, we were given plus here, not minus. But I did put minus here, which is my mistake. So in this case, we are going to still having sine 60 cos 2x as well as minus cos 16 as well as sine 2x. Okay, right? So you can see, let me just also put brackets here. Remember that we are required to prove that this is called, we are looking for the value of k, not proving. For the value of k, remember that this is k which is equals to k2x. So we are solving, actually. It's an equation on its own, so it should be k cos 2x. Okay, so it's very important to collect the like terms. Let's collect them. Sine 16 cos 2x. Do we have something like that? Yes, we do. We have sine cos 2x. We also have we do have sine 60 cos 2x. So when we add these two, these are the like terms. So we are going to be left with 2. We're going to be left with 2 sine 60 cos 2x. But the like terms are here again. We do have the like terms. Cos 60 sine x minus cos 60 sine 2x. Not x here, it's supposed to 2x. Cos 60 times sine 2x minus cos 60 times 2x, sine 2x. This will cancel, actually. We'll be left at 0. Okay, then let me just work it out. There was no need for me to put equal signs here. So this will be equal to k cos 2x. Is it cos? Yes, k is equal to cos 2x. So from here, we don't need to rush. So we have a special angle here, which is sine 60. Sine 60, when you punch it, will be a root 3 all over 2. So cos 2x, right? K is equals to k multiplied by cos 2x. We're looking for the value of k. So this and this cancels. We are left with root 3 cos 2x is equals to k times cos 2x. So if we can multiply by cos 2x both sides, the cos and cos will eliminate each other. Then that means you're going to be left with root 3 all over k. So this is how you are going to work with your this value. This is how you can calculate the value of k. If you are given this thing, sine 60 plus 2 cos plus 2x and sine 60 minus 2x. So we saw the steps that were involved in solving this. So in other words, k is equals to root 3, right? Okay, without wasting time, let's go to our last question in trigonometry. So if cos x is equals to root t, without using a calculator, determine the value of tan 60, and we have sine 60 plus 2x, sine 60 minus 2x in terms of t. Okay, we don't need to panic. First thing first, let's work out this. What is tan 60? Tan 60 is also a special angle. That will be root 3. That will be root 3. So let's work out the bracket to... How do you work out the brackets? Okay, remember this is a compound angle. Let's simplify this. So we are going to have sine 60. But from our pre-video, we did simplify this. What were we left with when we simplify? I guess we were left with this part at the left hand side, which is root 3 cos 2x. So meaning that I will put that root 3 cos 2x. Yes, we don't have to work hard here. So from here, let's get rid of root 3 times root 3. We are having 3, remember, as well as cos 2x. So this is a double angle, so we can change cos, so it will be 3 2 cos squared x in terms of cos minus 1. Then remember that this 3 cos 2x was remember that we are told that cos x is equals to root t. So we don't have to crack our minds, meaning that where we see cos, we are going to put root. So we are going to have root t, because we were given there that cos is equals to root t. So it's going to be root t squared minus 1. Then let's work it out. 3 times 2, it's gonna be 6 root t squared there. 3 times 1, it's gonna be minus 3. Then we need to get rid of the square root. So when you square this root, will be left with t. So it's gonna be 6t minus 3 in this case. That's how we can get that 12 marks. Hope you saw how we get 12 marks, guys. It's important to know your basics. Review your basics since you're writing on Monday. Don't panic. You got this. It's only about knowing the basics and applying the basics. If you're new to this channel, what are you waiting for? Let's do the right thing by subscribing to the channel. You only subscribe once, and remember, we love you.